All right. Hello. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Paris. Happy New Year. It's crazy. We're in 2026 now. So yeah, we're doing a demo of the Spirit Lift because this game is out, I believe it's January 27th. So coming up, I've already played this demo extensively. So we'll see how I do because it's been a while since I played it, but I have put like, many hours into it. I guess we can get into this later because I'll probably be talking about the demo itself for a little bit. But yeah, so we don't have a book club like was the plan today. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to be canceling. I don't think I am going to be canceling the book club streams because I just don't have all of the books, the Nancy Drew books, available to me through my library, and that would mean I would have to buy like 20 books, and I don't want to buy 20 books. I know we're not gonna get through all of those in this year, but still, I don't want to buy them. I don't want to buy them. They're fun to read, kind of. The first two were questionable. Yeah, I don't want to own them. So yeah, I'm still gonna read all the ones that are available and that I can get my hands on through my library because I still think it's fun, and I would like to, eventually one day read them all. When I say all, I mean all the ones that inspired the games directly. I don't think I can or want to read the I know the main series has over 100 books, and then there's so many spin-off series. I don't think I want to go that far. Maybe I'll read the original ones. I think there was like 30 something of like what's considered like the core original Nancy Drew series, especially since I know some of them inspired the game, so already we'll be reading those like early ones. But again, it just depends on if they're actually available for me to get my hands on. But we'll chat more about like what we'll be doing, like what my plans are for the rest of the year, or I guess less what my plans are for the rest of the year, more like what my intentions are going to be while we're still going through all the Nancy Drew games. But first, let's check out the Spirit Lift. I haven't reset everything, so, and I don't want to. So I think some of these two characters got unlocked during the demo, so I think I'm gonna start with these first three. So basically they'll have a little thing. Yeah, congratulations class of 98. The Vexington Hotel will host tonight's graduation party. Seniors are reminded to stay in the lobby. Upper floors off limits. So yeah, we're in 1998. It's a graduation party for the seniors of this local high school here in, I forget the town's name. It's like Lucida Falls, not Halls. It's something Falls. And the graduation party is taking place at this hotel, and 3 of this group of eventual 8 wander off, take an elevator up, and realize that they cannot go back down. They have to keep going up floor by floor, and they're encountering monsters. So it's a roguelike where you collect weapons or armor and gadgets and gear to help you fight these creatures, and you're trying to survive to get to basically the big boss battle at the penthouse. And along the way there are like some events that can happen that might give you things good things and bad things. Yeah, and these characters have different types of cards they can have. Like these two are physical, Briar's spiritual, and whoever that is will be as well. Quentin is tactical, and Maria is gifted. So they have different cards and different types of either like damage or debuffs for the other team, buffs for their own team that they can give. I believe these are just like the most likely types of cards that you will see, but it's not like impossible to find other types of cards out there. You're just gonna get them randomly. But yeah, so there's also, I don't know if I should get into this part, that's the story, but there's also another story, a meta story, where maybe all of this isn't actually happening and it's all a simulation that someone is doing. Perhaps you could say they're playing a game by trying to lead these teens through this and help them fight, and we aren't sure why. But let's start the lift. The graduating seniors of Lucid Falls High gather at Vexington Hotel. Sako, Tobias, and Quentin wander from the party and discover the spirit lift. I forgot to mention, but I think this part is really cute, and we'll circle back to it. But each group of 3 has like a different little team name for them. I really love that. Alright, so let's go. Also, if the music is too loud or any of the sounds, let me know. Let's do a film shoot upstairs. I do have my camera. Alright, floor 1. There's 13 floors. So we have these different doors we can go through. And we have to find, yeah, so basically you can't get back, yeah, the elevator's just gone. So the point is you're trying to find the elevator again. You do have to like go into at least one room or like have some encounter in the hallway, I believe, before they'll let you up the elevator, but you don't have to clear out the entire floor. You know, it's one of those where you kind of decide, is it worth looking around for useful items or yeah, opportunities to heal or get money or experience from fighting, or is the fighting just gonna potentially wipe your team or make it harder for you to survive? Oh, our first fight. So yeah, it is one of those games where most of the time you see what the intentions are going to be. We have one dodge already. Maybe you do 2 dodge and then attack you. And you'll see this is how much energy you have in the turn, and then your cards at the very top tell you how much they take. You do also only have a limited amount of turns. I'm assuming it's 13. As many floors as there are. So if you don't defeat them, if you don't finish your fight in that time, then game over. Okay. One less energy for certain attacks. I'll take that. Oh, yeah. I realized it did something to me that made me have one less. Let's do that. Oh yeah, so if we hit them, they're gonna hit me back for the same amount. Okay, let's do that. Increase our health. And then maybe add 2 curse. And do that. Hooray! Made it through our first fight. Gain 1 energy. Oh. Their dialogue is covered. When you play a weapon, add 1 curse to a random enemy. Now this gives us energy and draws a card for 0 cost. So maybe let's do that. Opens our last room. Yeah, and it'll give you a little check mark here to tell you if you've explored everything. And we have on this floor. Hey, this elevator's nice. I wish we'd just stay in here until this is over. I don't know if you can. But yeah, and since this is the demo, you don't go through all 13 floors. And now we're on floor 4. Ooh, 2 different directions. Let's go this way. Empty. Okay, attack for 1 damage for every weapon in the deck. And this deals 5 smash damage, but it gets destroyed when used. And the toss means that you can only use it once in a battle, but you'll still have it, where this is just fully removed. I mean, I don't think we have that many weapons, but okay, why not? You can see it's, I don't know what that is. I don't think it's a heart, but you see something in that rib cage. Okay. I'll do this. Let's do that. And that. Okay. 5 to everyone. Yay, we dodged all those attacks. Okay, let's stun everyone. Okay. So currently can do 5 damage with that. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna add the tennis ball. That's okay. using the tennis ball gives us another weapon. So now this will do more damage. Hooray! We didn't need it. Oh, we leveled up. Okay, so yeah, so you'll be able to upgrade your cards. So it'll be things like this one does more damage if you upgrade it. This one reduces the cost. This adds that it'll be, yeah, appears in your first hand at the start of battle, so it guarantees that you'll draw this first. Maybe let's do that. Or you can skip upgrades and instead heal. You don't really need that this time. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, I guess. Stop jingling them. Sorry. Oh, sink. Okay, I think that's everything in there. Looks spooky and rainy and foggy outside. Oop, it's an elevator. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna explore the rest of this floor. I think there's literally just this room left. Ooh. A lively portrait. The eyes of the painted woman are unusually bright, almost glowing. So we can flip the painting and we'll get 200 XP, or we follow her gaze and we get money. Let's flip it. Two sides of the same coin. The back of the portrait is painted the same as the front. Tobias says, flip, flip, flip. This is fun. Seiko says, if you say so. Hooray. Nothing else in here. Oops. So let's go up. Why is no one smiling anymore? Smile? I'm trying not to cry. Oh, that's a big mysterious stain there. Hope it's just water. Okay. Let's do that. I'll do 5 damage. What's that mean? Oh yeah, removes debuffs, protects against incoming negative status effects. Okay, so I shouldn't... Wow, okay. Like, that is not just one thing of 6 damage for the paper airplane. It's like hitting them with it over and over again, so I just hit this guy like 10 times. Okay, dodge. Because they won't be stunned by that. Okay. Oh, and we leveled up. Ooh, just barely. Increase curse by 2. Increase damage by 2. That goes from 3 to 9 damage. Or we heal. I think I'm gonna skip healing. And go for the upgrade. At least I learned something. Ah, yes. We'll get to that room in a second. Okay. Nothing. Ooh, funeral veil. At the start of battle, all enemies gain 1 curse. Take it. And I'll take that. Okay, so there is a shop that you can find on certain floors. Hello. So he is the werewolf, but you know, W-A-R-E, where? Oh my god, there's a gun! I can't afford it. So every 5 aid cards played. I'm considering, are you gonna buy something or just stare? I'll do that. Are you trying to pet me? I'm not sure. Well, maybe we do just take it. I already grabbed it, so there's no going back after you've grabbed it. I've locked in. What a way to kick off our summer. Summer never seems so far away. Alright, we're on floor 7. Is that just this door? No, it looks like there's a way down. Let's go to the right this time. Ooh, so many doors. Rollerblades. Remaining energy is carried over to your next turn. Hell yeah. Ooh, now we can have the gun. Oh gosh, that's so funny. Sure, we have a gun now. Oh, there's the elevator. Not yet. Paranoia hat. Had one purify at the start of battle. Sure, I love finding stuff. When you dodge, gain 2 health. When fatigue activates, heal for 5 health. I was gonna say... You do pick it, it does show up first. So... we don't really dodge a whole lot, but... Gain regen equal to the number of cards in your hand. Or gain 2 reflect, which is the thing that reflects damage back to the attacker. We could do that. We can use this. Beaded necklace. When leaving a floor, increase max health by 3. I mean, sure. We don't have that many floors left, but... Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, so many of them. Must protect. Should I shoot him? Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Ooh. Let's do this guy. Okay, let's stun everyone. Okay, okay, okay. Last use of that. Let's dodge. Okay. Oh, that does 9 damage. Okay, we gotta get rid of the one that's gonna do the most damage to us. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because we'll dodge, but okay. We needed to kill one of them. Thick skin. Oh yeah, so this guy gave us these, I don't know what they're called, like cursed cards or something. So if your turn ends with this card in your hand, all enemies gain 1 purify. And we don't want that, so we have to use it, which uses some of our energy. This does 7 damage. I'm like... Okay. They are regenerating. Does 8. Oh my god. It's like so much overkill. Did you say almost over? It is almost over. It's not real gold, right? Oh, why can't it be a real gold? Okay. That was just a room with stuff. In the tub, beneath the tendrils of a dead plant, an unknown treasure awaits at the bottom of the bath. But if this liquid can kill a plant, what will it do to human hands? Guys, what are we staring for? Let's do this! Risk a purify card. So we lose the purify card, which I think we only have 1. But we gain 15 health and gear. If we reach in, there's an 80% chance we'll take 10 damage. And a 20% chance we'll take 5 damage. Only 5 damage and gain the gear. I mean, it's not really risking the purify card, it's just you are straight up losing it. I guess. You better give me something good. The purification object disintegrates in the bath. With a bubbling sound, the reward floats to the top. And the water? Refreshing. Tastes good. Don't blame me if you're sick later. Why would you just drink this random water that's been sitting in this random tub? You don't know how clean it is. You don't know how long it's been here. Who or what's been in it. Well, we heal up all the way and we found gear. Oh my god. Okay, no. I thought this was saying this is what we gained. No, we found a jade turtle. If your HP is at or below 50% of max health at the end of combat, you heal for 6. Okay, that's not that much, but okay. Okay, and we saw everything on this side. Yes. Oh yeah, our max health goes up. Because of this. Yes. We've been at this a long time, huh? I know, I can't believe we're still standing. It hasn't been that long. Oh god, these guys. I forgot. Okay. We got this. Okay, that hurt a little. Okay, we'll do that, and we'll do that. Hit them all. Okay, so this one's gonna die the next turn. No matter what. Let's shoot that one. That's so strange. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. This is 15. So you can take that one out. That'll be 20. So if we hit that guy, then the curse will kill it. And then we just have this one left to worry about. Hit you again. That wasn't needed. Hooray! Okay. Oh, reduce cost by 1. Increase damage by 6. That's crazy. Deal 9 damage 3 times. I mean, sure. Training pays off. Okay, so there's the shop. You don't want to go to the shop first. 20% chance to stun a random enemy. Oh. I guess let's get rid of this. Oh yeah, because you might find money in the other rooms before you go to the shop. Okay. Do you have anything for healing? When an enemy dies, gain 1 dodge. Then I'd have to get rid of something else. I have 800. This will give you a random physical. I'm surprised to see you again, to be honest. I'm taking that to mean he expected us to not survive this long. Enemy dies, add 1 purify. Enemy dies, gain 1 dodge. And this will give you a random physical card, which could be healing, but there's also a bunch of physical cards that aren't healing related, so maybe we go for that. And then we get rid of this? I know it's give us 3 extra health. That I'm basically saying no thanks to. I don't think I want... no, because we'd have to replace something else. You keep coming back, yet you never learn. Let's leave. Okay. So this was floor 9. So next is floor 13. How's everyone holding up? Glad to be standing. So these creepy roots. And things don't look great up here. I'm curious to know if like the floors between 9 and 13 are kind of like get degraded like this, or if this is... Brace yourself, it ends here. Just for this floor. See that coffin? Giant mushroom vampire guy. It's only a plant, just kill it! Okay. When you put it like that... Okay, just purify. Once this enemy is killed, the battle ends. Okay. Dude, that's nasty! I can kill this one immediately. It's like, I'm gonna do a little bit of damage to them all. Possibly. Oh yeah, we killed one so we get a dodge. Cool. I want to go home. Okay, okay. Okay, we gained a dodge. This guy always attacks first, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, next turn first. So we will dodge that. Okay, gain dodge, please. Okay. It's not gonna stun them though. Okay. No! I guess I didn't need that, but... Okay, that's gonna be 27. We have just enough! We did it! Yes, that's how it's done. How it's done. Hell yeah. Yeah, team action movie. Sporacula defeated. So then it gives you all your stats. And it shows you the progression, yeah, the health graph. View the team's health at the start of each floor. Last bar displays the final health. So it's 77. So we ended with one more health than we started that final battle with, which is very surprising. We managed that. Yeah, so that's the spirit lift. But of course there's this extra stuff where you can find unlock journals. These, like I said, I played this demo so a lot. So I already have these things unlocked. So like if you play one loop, then you unlocked another character. Done 3 loops, you unlock the other one. So I guess I can read through these since they're in the demo. Control box. A black cable approximately 5 yards long snakes between the lift pad and some sort of mechanical box. It acts as though magnetized, snapping into place upon the lift's return. Some sort of electricity has been building in a clear receptacle at the top. Just now, the glowing substance brimmed over, sending power through the machine and lighting up several screens within it. Or within. I shall investigate. Yeah, so this unlocked the spirit shop, which we'll look at after this. This will unlock a bonus in the full game, so don't know what that is. Data transfer. Mostly to humor myself, I've named the control panel the spirit shop, and I like to think I'm spending hard-earned money of my own on upgrades to the lift. During my tinkering, I found a diagram at the bottom of a toolbox. According to the described calculations, the lift is not at full power. Far from it. The lift has the ability to not only reach all 13 floors of the hotel, but do so many more times. I must be patient. I have no reason to rush, no matter how eager I am to discover more. Briar. How unexpected. As I rewound the tape deck for the next run, a new button lit up on the display I'm calling the radio. With my current knowledge of the device, it needs 3 sources of energy to power the lift, but not always the same sources. So the sources are the various characters you can choose from. Maria. While the lift is at rest, I entertain myself by reading the historical volumes stacking the bookshelves along the walls of this room. I did not realize Lucid Falls was unique in part because of its legacy families, bloodlines that lived in the town for generations. Now the energy anomaly of 1998 makes more sense. Almost all of these human sources that have the potential to join a run loop come from a legacy family. Are there more reasons they were chosen? Reasons I have yet to uncover? The wolf. There's a beast helping the humans. He's set up some kind of shop in a room that moves almost as fast as the lift itself. Sometimes I feel as though the wolf knows me, like he's looking past the humans, straight out of the screen. Subconscious memory. For no discernible reason, the humans have increased their survivability. They appear stronger, smarter, and less prone to tears. God. Could it be that their subconscious remembers previous loops, or is it some kind of muscle memory, their bodies discovering new ways to learn from the mistakes of other timelines? Predictions. I've noticed the humans become better at using certain equipment if they survive long enough. The monitors display this information as levels and upgrades. The same objects produce the same results in a predictable manner, so I've noted these changes in a section called a word processor. This data has now appeared in the card section along with more notes beyond my knowledge. What else does this device know? How do I get it to tell me? From losing one run. Secret drawer. When the lift returned, a small drawer in a desk opened up. Inside, I found an extra slide labeled page 1. What else is hidden, only to be revealed based on the results of the experiment? Maybe we'll read that first. So this is what you unlock upon losing a run. Hello, date unknown. This guide will assist you with run loop technology. As a new technician, you have a great responsibility. Your contributions will directly impact the future of the world, but don't be intimidated. I'm here to help explain the basics that will keep all of us safe during your experiments. This machine adapts to its environment. The more loops, the more it will generate fuel I like to call spirit. This happens no matter the outcome, so remember, every run loop is valuable, even if your subjects perish! Exclamation point! Even if you get frustrated, keep trying. You're still making progress by gathering spirit points. When I started working here, there was no guide, so I decided to write this for newcomers like you. I'd hate for you to get discouraged and leave, so the more runs that end in a failed state, the more pages you'll find. It's automatic. Neat, huh? Hope this helps. Your predecessor, Zed. Losing 5 runs. The technician. A second hidden drawer opened. This one was inside the leg of my chair. According to the last slide, these were hidden by a worker named Zed. It's safe to assume this is the man face down in the storage closet. Uh-oh. Zed. Influencing runs. Date unknown. Welcome back to Zed's Guide for New Run Loop Technicians. In this file, let's discuss subjects. The machine will automatically tune to chronological points with the most potential spirit points. Spirit usually comes from people, and very rarely from animals and other entities. When these subjects enter the machine, their emotions, personalities, and memories get siphoned off. This is the point of the experiments. You can also use subjects many times. They won't remember previous loops. This is required to see all potential outcomes and fully power the machine. Subjects will use objects they are wearing and holding while exploring, and if needed, defending themselves in combat. The display terminals will digitize this information for you. You can influence their choices by clicking on cards to guide your subjects to use them. There's one other type of card I'd like to point out. Trauma. That's what they're called, not curse. Trauma cards. During an experiment, subjects often experience disturbing situations which negatively impact their well-being. Trauma happens in 2 ways, as an outcome to an event or as a fleeting state during a battle. In general, avoid the cards in events since they stick around longer, but if you have to get one, take note of how many uses its card has. A trauma card can be paid off with energy quickly and have almost no effect in the game. Interesting that he outright calls it a game. I've also heard some technicians find ways to use trauma to their advantage. For example, tossing a trauma card in battle might trigger a positive outcome. And don't forget to pay attention to the status effects. A Purify can block an incoming trauma during combat. Your buddy, Zed. Zed. I must admit, Zed's guide has been useful to explain the intricacies of the lift system. I've done a decent job learning through doing, and the additional information from his notes has encouraged me to try different configurations. Perhaps I should wake Zed up if I have further questions. I've heard groaning coming from the closet on occasion, so he's still alive, for now. Alright, he's not dead. Status and intent, date unknown. If you made it this far in the Zed guide, you've had a few runs go off the rails. Perishing suspects... I wonder if it's supposed to be subjects. Perishing subjects is nothing new. We've invented the Coliseum camp, after all. Your display terminals will display information that your subjects cannot see, even as they are experiencing them. I'm talking about intents and status effects. When attacked by enemies, symbols above their heads reveal their intent or what they plan to do next. Common intents include attacking, buffing, adding a positive effect to themselves or allies, or debuffing, adding a negative status effect to your subjects. These intents can even change based on actions during your turn, or changes like how much health they have left. Most importantly, you'll get a preview of how much damage each attack will do before it happens. Pay attention to intents. It's the difference between a long run and a run cut short. There are many different status effects, which we will dive deeper into later, but a few top-level tips I always keep in mind. There's an order to when statuses take effect. Pay attention to when they fire off, and check the run log to confirm. Because curse happens at the start of an enemy turn, you don't have to kill an enemy that will die to its curse amount. Ending your turn and waiting for the curse to trigger could be useful. For example, your regen will trigger before their curse does, giving you one final boost at the end of a battle. Reflect always happens before dodge. Purify is powerful. It can wipe out negative status effects, absorb trauma, and even block some powerful enemy moves. If you're dealing with enemies that have their own Purify stacks, you can wipe them out by applying Detect. Now get back out there and let's see some good run loops. Thanks, Zed. Oh yeah, you can unlock things about the town, about the hotel, these sections, I don't know, things about the creatures you're fighting, and a bunch of unknown stuff, but I'm pretty sure I've unlocked everything that you can in the demo as far as those. I've gotten all the different gear available. There are 2 cards I haven't gotten. This thing, one like a weapon or tool, and a trauma card. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this. I'm excited for the full game. Also, I forgot the spirit shop. So you gain spirit points for your runs that you do. And like they said in the little guide, you get points even if you lose a run. And you can upgrade things. So you can change the starting health. I've unlocked everything, so you aren't going to see this change at all. But you can adjust, yeah, your starting health, how much gold you start with, if you have extra gear slots. Reroll upgrades, so that's when you level up. If you don't like any of the card choices you have, you get the option to reroll them. And then how much you'll heal if you skip upgrading those cards. And that's just what affects the teams. I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if there's stuff about like the things you can find. Like if you're more likely to come across a fight or an event, or like if enemies have more health or less health or something. I feel like it'd probably just be more health and like different types of attacks or something, so I'm interested to see what all of that will end up being. So yeah, this comes out on the 27th, so just a few weeks away. I think we're just gonna do that one run, as this is not my usual stream day, and I do have other things that I do on Friday nights, so I don't want to go the whole entire usual stream length. But I guess we'll chat a little bit about stuff happening this year. I don't know my status for the next few weeks because I have jury duty. Well, I had jury duty in December, like the week before Christmas, and they were like, hey, you're all prospective jurors for this several week long case. Fill out these forms and you have to come back January 6th for the actual jury selection. So I still don't know if I'm on the jury or not. I will find out on Tuesday. If I am selected for the jury, they said it will run, the case is like projected to run for 2 weeks. And I don't know if I'll be up for streaming after spending all day in a courtroom listening to, you know, stuff about a very serious crime. And possibly like deliberating on someone's, you know, future. So we'll see what happens. So it might not be till like the end of January that I'm back, but it might also be that I'm here next week. But what I'm thinking, this is kind of like I'd intended to do this, but it just hadn't really panned out because of other breaks happening and things coming up between the games, the Nancy Drew games, that I didn't want to take an even longer pause between them. But I do think every like 3 to 4 Nancy Drew games, I want to then switch to a different game. And it'll be like on the shorter end, hopefully. Before then resuming where we were with the Nancy games. So we won't be coming back whenever I come back, whether it's next week or like in a couple weeks. We aren't going to be starting with the final scene. We will instead be playing a different game. I'm thinking I'm between Pendula Swing, which is an isometric RPG. It's like fantasy, but instead of like the usual type of fantasy, like medieval inspired setting, think of it that the world was like that, but now it has progressed and it's now like the 1920s type of era. I've played like a very small amount of it. From what I remember, you're playing a dwarven woman who basically used to be almost like a typical like D&D type adventurer, and then settled down with her wife and kind of like put the adventuring life behind her. And now it's been a very long time, been decades, been centuries, and she's kind of exploring the world again for the first time since then. From my understanding, there isn't any combat. It's just kind of exploring and talking to people. I feel like there must be like some kind of mystery happening. I can't remember like what the push was for her to like get out, or like what's going on, so I can't really recall that, but it seems interesting and I would like to get to that. The other game I have in mind is Yes, Your Grace, which is you take the role of a king and you have to make, you know, decisions for your kingdom, and as there's like political unrest while also, you know, caring for your family and trying to keep your own people safe and happy while there are other things at play. I did play the demo for the sequel, so that's why I'm interested in this one, because I played the demo for the sequel and I really liked that. So I want to come back and play the first game so I can both understand more of like the setting and what's going on. Unfortunately, some of the stuff has been spoiled for me because when you play the sequel, it's like you don't like, I mean, yeah, you kind of like quote unquote import certain decisions or like things that happen to people. They'll be like, that like happened in the first game, so it'll be like, oh, what's the status of this character? And it's like, they're doing this, I helped them out and they like me, they turned their back on us, they're dead. So by going through all those things, I'm like kind of like, I see the fates, and I know like some stuff that like happens no matter what. So I am like I said, spoiled a bit on those things, but it would be fun to actually play, because I just, you know, chose random things. I was like, sure, that sounds like an interesting outcome to see. I'll say that's what happened. I don't know if it's possible for all these things to have happened simultaneously. So it would be fun to actually play through the first game and see what outcomes I actually get. Like my first time around, or like, yeah. So those are my two that I'm going between. I might see like on average how long they are. I'm thinking to myself, I'll probably we'll do one of those and then we'll play a few Nancy Drew games and then we'll play the other one. That's what I'm Like, I want to play both of those a lot. And then I do have a lot of demos, so I might want to do more things in the future where we do like maybe 2 or 3 demos in a stream. Potentially only one. I'm thinking of the other demo I've done on here, Grimshire, which took like 4 hours. And I was skipping full days at the end. It still took like 4 hours. And there was something else I was gonna talk about. Oh yeah, my birthday is coming up this month. So I will do an extra stream for that. I don't know yet. Again, with like the jury duty stuff, I don't know if I'll do it like the week before. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to do it on my birthday because there's a chance I could be a jury duty on my birthday. Wouldn't that suck? I could probably be the weekend before sometime, but it might just be if I'm able to the stream that week, which could mean that the next time we come back won't actually be either of those games that I talked about if I want to do like a special birthday stream. I don't know what I want to do for that yet. Last year I played my favorite chapters in Transformers War for Cybertron and Transformers Fall of Cybertron. I don't think I want to do that again, even though I love those games, but it's like I've done that. I played through both those games in full and streamed those, and then that was like an extra. We're going back and seeing just my favorite parts. I don't really want to do that again, even though I love those parts and I love replaying those parts. I don't want to. I feel like there's no point in that. So yeah, I'm going between like, I don't know, do I do like a shorter game that I can possibly finish, or do I just do like an intro to a game that I'm probably not gonna stream sort of thing? I have some ideas, like possibly the one or both of the little like supplemental games for Night in the Woods, because that's a game I really love. So it'd be, God, what are they called? It's like Lost Constellation. And then I forget what the other one is called. So it might be that. I considered maybe like playing Fallout New Vegas and just like going for as long as the stream is, and then that's all I do. But maybe one day I eventually will go back to stream that, because that was something I had thought about streaming before. And I do want to play it, as now I have the like all the DLC quests, adventures, storyline things, and I didn't play those because we didn't have them the first time I played that. I don't know, just things and thoughts. The biggest thing is, of course, just to say once again, the Nancy Drew Book Club streams and videos are not happening anymore because I don't have access to all the books without buying them, and I don't want to buy them. I don't want to have physical copies of them, and I don't want to give money to certain companies. So it's just, and the ones I have access to are like so sporadic that it's not like, oh, we just miss a couple here and there. It's like, no, I have like maybe a quarter of the books, probably less, actually available to me, so it's just not worth it. I'm still gonna read them on my own when they apply, but that's it. And then instead of doing that little break for every 2 games, it'll be like every like 3 to 4 games we'll take a break from Nancy, let her actually have a vacation, and then we'll play like another little short game. And there is the chance that I might do like another stream night. I don't know if I can like keep up with 2 a week every week. I feel like it'd be like an extra bonus stream like a couple times a month sort of deal. Maybe like an every other week sort of thing. So that could be for longer games. That could just be for just having another game. It could be for doing some tabletop things. Or I might just, in addition to streaming, go back to doing like recording stuff on my own. I'm a little hesitant for that. And that would definitely require me to get an external hard drive. So we'll see what happens. But those are just some ideas of things that may be coming this year. I'll keep you updated on that. I had another thing that came into my head and then just flew away. It was just something along those lines still of like other things I'm planning or like want to do. Oh god, what was it? Was it important? I think it was just adding on to something I'd already said, not new information. So I think that, oh, I know what it was. It was that I am going to start posting the Black Book videos and the gameplay of that since I saved all of the VODs. So I just need to get those like cut up and then posted. So I'll try to get those going. I want to get several of them ready before I start posting because I would like to be consistently posting them like once a week. I would like to just have a day that I pick and they just post once a week or something. So I want to have a few like in my backlog. It's really just the time it takes for rendering that puts me off doing it, but I just gotta get some of those done and then get them posted, and that would free up a lot of space for me as well. Anyways, thank you for joining me in this kind of strange little chatty stream as I was frantically trying to figure out how to get my hands on the next Nancy Drew book, and it just didn't happen. So we're changing gears a little bit. And then I both ended and started the year with a horrible headache. It is finally gone. Knock on wood. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope that I'll be back next week. If not, it'll be in like 3 weeks from now. Is that correct? Probably. Yeah, it'll be like 3 weeks from now. Probably. If it's not next week. Wish me luck for not getting selected for jury duty. And I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Bye-bye.